At Hettinger Public School, there has been a math class in the hallways, measuring. So today I sat down with Mrs. Fordall and Mr. Siemens to find out a little about what they are doing in the hallways. Which one of your classes is going to measure the floors?
My geometry class, my 10th grade class.
What are the challenges you are going to face while doing this task?
Well, I think anytime we get a group of kids in the hallways during class time, that's a challenge. And just having jobs for everybody to do as far as measuring and drawing and doing all the math side of it. So,
What math are they going to use to complete this task?
they're working on their scale model drawings, of course, measurements, conversions of units, reading the tape measure. That's important. And then, of course, the math of it, finding area and that kind of thing. So,
How much of this project have you finished so far?
we were supposed to do all the floors in the school as far as hallways and everything, and we've done all of the high school side so far. So we still have to do the elementary side of the school.
Next, I sat down with Mr. Siemens to talk to him about the project. Why did you decide to get new floors in the school?
So actually right now we haven't decided. So we're trying to get measurements that we can put out there to companies that work on the flooring, so we can get some costs to see if it's something we'd like to go down. A lot of this where it started at is we do have some COVID funding that every school in the country got. It's SR2 and SR3 monies. So right now we have the ability over the next couple of years to do some things that traditionally the school district wouldn't have the money to fix. And the flooring in the hallways might be a part of that. It all depends on where the costs come in. But anyone that's ever worked with this stuff, you first have to know, what's the square footage that you're actually looking at. And then we can try to get some cost estimates from some companies and go from there.
What will be required to make sure the floor measurements are correct?
Honestly, at this time right now, we're just trying to get in the ballpark. I watched the kids that were working on it with Mrs. Fordall's geometry class. From what I saw, I feel we're going to have some really, really good measurements because of the techniques that the kids were using.
Who will redo the floors once the measurements are done?
That's a great question. So obviously we do have some local people that do great flooring work. However, when you're dealing with a school entity like this, anytime a project comes in at over $50,000, you have to put it out on bids.
Who is going to decide the new floor color and style?
I think at that point it would be one of those things we want to get our community's input on that. We want to get the school community's input. It's a great opportunity because it's something that we hope will last for a long time. We want to give everyone the opportunity to voice what they would like to see. It kind of goes back to when you're talking school colors and stuff like that. When we went from the Black Devils to the Nighthawks, there was a poll that was put out there where you could vote on school colors. And I think that something like this, it would be a great opportunity to do that as well, to give the students an opportunity to voice their opinion and to give our alumni and our staff an opportunity to voice their opinions as well. If you see Mrs. Fordall or any of the students in her geometry class today, be sure to thank them for helping with the research on the new floors.